welcome back to Wendy's Colouring, and today is my colouring plans. And as you might imagine, I have way too many books to work through this month. I have quite a few whips today, so I'm going to go through quickly the whips, and I'm sure you're sick of seeing them because I'm bad at them. This one I'm very sure you're probably sick of seeing because I don't do anything in it. Dreamweaver by Olivia Whitworth. I'm literally going to open it, show it and get rid of it. But yeah, I'd like to work in this month. Hopefully I'll have some time to do this. So yeah, started in this one with some Holbein watercolours. Didn't go well and it's been done since. But I would like to try and think about how I'm going to work in this book now, because it's perfect for the month of August. I would like to do something with it, but it's quite a big double, isn't it? So it's going to take a bit of thought. But Dreamweaver by Olivia Whitworth, beautiful book. Doesn't like watercolour, sadly. Other whip that I started last month is the Africa book by Rita Berman. Again, only just started, not done a huge amount. A little bit of background with the chroma flow. Obviously got made myself a note, surprisingly, for a change. But yeah, got quite a bit to do on that as well. But yeah, that's another whip that I've got. It's very unlike me to have whips. I don't have whips. Gonna have to get rid of these this month. But yeah, Rita Berman's lovely Africa book. And then this is more of a proper whip because I have actually done quite a bit of this. I'm about halfway with this one, but Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson, and I've been working on this page in Holbein's. So yeah, I've got this flower that repeats quite a lot. I've got leaves. I've got this little kind of fuchsia looking flower that repeats quite a lot. A couple of bugs, and now obviously the main butterflies. Got that to finish as well. Probably going to have some kind of painted background, not quite sure what yet. And I would like my butterflies to be kind of iridescent, I think, of some type, and possibly this one as well. We'll see. But yeah, I've got quite far with that, but still got quite a bit to do to finish off that one in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. What's that? 3 whips? 3 whips. And then this one from last month, which I did all the background with my Artex oil pastels. Can't even find the page, it has vanished. How is it possible to lose such a big page that is green? That I can see it through the hole, but I just can't get hold of it. There we go. So yeah, this is Colouring Heaven's calendar for 2020. It's quite good paper in it. I've done the background in the oil pastel. The oil pastel sealed with some satin glazing liquid. I did have to do 2 good coats to get this seal, but now it's at the point where I can touch it and it doesn't come off at all. It's really nice and stable. I kind of think I could even paint on top of it now if I wanted to. It kind of feels like a good enough surface that if I wanted to put a bit of sparkle on with a bit of watercolour over the top, I might be able to. Might even try it because it'd be interesting to see whether it's possible. Quite impressed with these because this was such a quick background for such a big, like this is nearly 12 by 12 paper, so this is a big book, and that was pretty quick background. So yeah, I think I need to practice a bit more with it and see what else I can do. But out of my calendar, my 2020 calendar by, who was that one by? Oh, why did I not look when I was on the page? Where does it say? Oh yeah, by this person that I'm probably going to say wrong, so I'll swear it. So those are all whips, and this is a long-term whip that I've had for, well, it feels like forever. I don't know why. I did quite a bit and then I've just chickened out in Serene. I think it's the very back page. So this one, I think I was doing this in Luminance, although the flowers look like they're in Holbein, looking at the colour, because that purple is definitely not a Luminance colour. I think these have they look slightly different to me than when last time I worked in it. Kind of feel like they've faded a little bit, which is a bit bizarre. So it looks to me like I need to work into the flowers a bit more. I've got a little bit of her garments to do. She's got these beads around her neck. Skin's a bit grainy, so I think I'm going to need to work into that as well. But it's got quite a lot of a good base in, so it's not far off. But yeah, I'd like to get this finished, I think, this summer. I did do it in one of the summers where I was off. And because this is, this is big paper, this is a big book. yeah, I'd kind of like to put this to bed so I can maybe start on another one, because this book is stunning, but I just don't touch it, and that's a shame. They're very big pages in this book, so it's probably only going to be a summer holidays book for me. But Serene, bye. I'm not going there. You know, don't you? It's not an unusual book. Then I've got some body colours for me this month, which is unusual. I've got 3 body colours this month lined up already. So I'm sure you've spotted this on Kay's channel already, that I'm I'm not saying his name, colouring book that travels through the seasons. It's cute. Obviously it's a fave of Kay's. So we said we'd do, not that one, though we did an hour about that one. We said we'd do this one, which is, what does it say it's called? The Kingdom of Stationery we're doing together this month for August, which is this beauty. And it is like a dream, really, because now I'm off for summer. What am I doing? Shopping for back to school stationery. So it's basically what my room looks like behind me already. New pens, new notebook, new pencil case. It's quite sad, isn't it? Look forward to summer all year, to be off school, just to spend the few weeks off that I have getting new stationery to go back to school with. It's a vicious circle. But it's quite cute. They're little houses, but they're all in kind of stationery and arty shapes and bits and pieces, so there's a lot of detail in it. Pencil sharpener. There is a sharpener in a pencil. I quite like it, but the detail on it is cute, isn't it? So, and the paper in this is good. I can get away with a little bit of the wet stuff, hopefully, because it's quite a bit of big backgrounds, but yeah, it's quite fine detail. I'm definitely going to need my glasses for this one. This one, if you want the ISBN, though I'm sure Kay's probably put a link in her video, it is there. We got ours from Amazon Japan, so it's on there if you want it. One of my other buddy colours this month is with Zoe, Addicted to Colouring, and this is in Polar Bear Adventure Cruise by Yuki Sharatori. I've probably said that really wrong, sorry. This is such a cute book. This is one of those books that you could literally just colour in this book all year, because it is so cute. But we're taking it easy, and we're going to do this kind of introduction. So this is the introduction page for Exploring the Forest with the Polar Bear. Although the polar bear is not actually in this page, we have a rabbit and a frog. But yeah, I thought this is quite a nice soft break into it. But yeah, basically the pages after this are all in the forest. The forest bit is cute. I love how the foxes are drawn in this book. It's really cute. Love this page. Adventure Fox. Don't go near him. Yeah, it's just really cute. But we're doing this one, so it's not a huge page. I think we're safe. I think I should be able to get that done. But yeah, some nice little different leaf shapes. A couple of cute characters. Yeah. I'm guessing this is the second place after this. Is this the beach, the first one? Yeah, it looks all beachy. But yeah, in Polar Bear Adventure Cruise. Cute, again, from Amazon Japan. And then my last buddy colour this month is in Mysterious Planets by Kono. I don't know if I've just said that right, but I'm doing this with Cathay Southwestern Colours, and we're doing the flower mandala, which I have hopefully marked if I've been efficient, which is this one. This is an uncoloured book to me. It's a book I've had a little bit of time actually, and it is a lovely book. There's some really super pages in this. Obviously paper's going to be an adventure to see what we can do in it, but we're going to do this one, so I think I'll probably just stay coloured pencil in this one, because the flowers are really cute. Nice little flowers. I'm not quite sure what this is. Is it a crown of some type? Because it kind of feels, when I hold it like that, it feels a bit crowny, or like a piece of jewels or something. So, is there any writing near this page? There's not, is there? No. So no explaining why this page might have a random crown in it. I think I'm going to colour it like it's a clown, not a clown. Crown! Anyway, but yeah, this will be my first page in this book, which is odd because I did think I would do the, there's a really nice funfair page that does wink at me every time. The winter pages in this are nice as well. This is a book I should have coloured in by now, because it is lovely. It's not easy to find though, sadly. I think it is an out of print book. I can't even find the page I'm talking about. We won't bother. Mysterious Planets by someone who I can't pronounce. Looking forward to doing a little bit of that, see what the paper's like. So, already, as you might imagine, I've got a bit of a pile before I even thought about just books for fun. So I've got way too many books. I'm not going to get to them. I've got out these two little cuties because they're both, they don't take too long. I can kind of do these in a day. They're a nice quick colour. I like both of these. The characters are so cute. And I can play about with the colour quite a bit. So the two different ones, Hello Forest Friends by Jo Borum and Colouring Book for a Brighter Day by Rainy Park. I've not picked a page in either of these. I've been trying to kind of do the ones that are kind of summer based because they are a bit seasonal. So maybe I might do the little dresser shelf, because that might be quite cute, won't it? And it is in this kind of summery section. But yeah, as you see, I've done two out of this summer section on that one. This one I've not stayed just in the summer, I don't think, but that looks like I'm in autumn. Get out of autumn. I'm going to save autumn for autumn. So probably something that... Look at these, they are cute. But I'm thinking I quite like this one, but I'm not quite sure. Don't know if I'm going to do it as it's raining or not. Because the rain's not drawing it. Oh, it's a bit drippy off the mushroom there. Maybe I do need to do it raining then. I was thinking I might do it summery. Sunny. I could do the cute postman. All these strange birds that look like they're slightly up to no good. But yes, something out of the summer section, I think, in both of these. Oh, the little bird's quite cute. And he's bringing us some flowers. Surprise flowers. That's quite nice. Oh, inflatable with duckies. And ducky bum. But something out of the summer section in both of those, because I love working in them. They're cute. Then I did think I've not coloured in this for a little bit of time. Again, I've not picked a page, but it's all so lovely in this book. They're a little bit more simple drawings, I think, than perhaps some of our older ones. This one does keep winking at me with the mushrooms and the sneaky cat in the background having a sneaky look at her. Again, I'm going to pick something that's summery, I think. I do quite like this kind of forest in this person's hair. I think that's quite interesting as well. Axolotls. Cute bee. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Yeah, quite like that as well. So yeah, I think it's time for another page in this one, because it's a lovely book and I've only done that one we've just flicked past. So possibly this one by Maria Troll. Love the cover of this book, so even I am trying to keep this cover clean because it's so nice. Miracles might happen. I might manage it, you never know. Obviously this is back. I've been working it pretty much every month for quite a few months. I've picked a few out of these. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this month. I may take a mini Mano break, but knowing me, probably not. So I've picked a few of the houses pages. I quite like this one. I'm thinking I might go kind of blue-greens though with this mushroom rather than red, because I have done one of the mushroom houses red in this book already, so I'd like to do something different. This one with the kind of giant leaf I thought could be quite interesting as well, and you've got quite a few of the little cheeky characters. And because it's obviously summer, I was kind of thinking, if I don't do it now, when am I going to do this page? Obviously can't watercolour in this book, and there's a lot of sea is my only question mark with this book, what to do with the water. And I've got all that water in my first book that I've just shown, so I kind of think I should do this book now, but I'm also thinking I'm probably not going to do this book now, and I have started this background, so I might finish that. I'm thinking I may not do that page, just because I've got all that water in that other one to do, and if I do that one, I'm definitely not going to want to do this one. So probably some of the others are more likely out of my Minimania 3. Then I've realised this is still uncoloured somehow. I don't quite know how, but it is. Peter Pan by Fabiana Attiasio. This is a lovely book. I've kind of picked the Tinkerbell pages just because they did appeal to me a little bit. So I think she's kind of off crying somewhere in a flower field by the look of it. But I thought this lots can play about with and have a bit of fun, even though it's a double. And I've also picked this double where she's flying off. Again, I really quite like the idea of her wings and all of this background behind, and her costume is just so beautifully drawn as well. Both of those I really quite like. Hoping I might find time to get to it, but there's some really nice pages in this book. Not quite sure why I've not worked in it before. I think I've just done the other ones before, but yeah, Peter Pan by Fabiana Attanasio. Then another new book to me last month was this one by Deborah Muller. Obviously this is one that is on watercolour paper, so I'm quite looking forward to having a play in this one. It's just going to be a bit more tricky to flip without knocking things over. So I've picked a few. I've picked this one with the dragonfly on because literally I keep walking the dog and keep seeing them. Seen one today, in fact, nearly hit me in the face. So I thought, actually, I quite fancy doing one now. I keep seeing them. Don't see them very often. It's been a nice change. Unicorn has been interesting as well. I quite like this one with, again, I've got dragonfly. I think he's a toad, isn't he? He looks a bit more toady than froggy. And obviously loads of mushrooms and kind of ferny looking vines that I think is quite nice. Or if I can turn the pages, obviously this is really lovely thick watercolour paper. This one does appeal, and again, because it's watercolour paper, could really play about with some metallic watercolours. I've got those ones that came with this book, and obviously I have quite a few more as well. So that one, and the same effect really, both kind of ones that thought I could play about with the watercolour quite a lot. But yeah, lovely book by Deborah Muller. I've not looked whether these are back on stock. They kind of seem to go out of stock and then come back in stock quite often. So if you were looking for this when you saw my video or somebody else's video, it's always worth just popping back in to have a look. And if you're in the UK, just message her and she'll tell you how much it would be for postage. It's not cheap, I'll be honest, but it is beautifully made book. It's great paper. And I think the images in it are beautiful. But Menagerie by Deborah Muller, lovely book. Looking forward to having it play with my watercolours in that. And then I've got two of my colour yard books out. This one, I think I'm going to do some colour alongs. I was thinking I might do one of the kind of mice pages and possibly one of the furry ones as well, maybe, was what I was thinking out of that one. And then pop that there. And then this one, I just love the portraits in Colouring Adventures, and I've got the women portraits labelled at the side. I think the most likely of the ones that I want to do in here is this mermaid one, because this is a beautiful image. But there are some really lovely ones that, again, I keep looking at and thinking, yeah, I quite fancy that. This one, that one would be lovely to do. This one I really like as well. And it's nice you've got a little bit of the flower work with it as well. I think there's the Egyptian one. Oh, this one, beautiful. I'm thinking mess about again with metallics. And I think it's just the Egyptian one that's left. Any of these ladies I quite like. I've done a couple of the portraits in this book. But yeah, I do quite fancy having a go at one of the portraits out of Colouring Adventures, because I've not picked many portraits this month. I've got that one in Serene, I've got this one, and then I've also picked, although I probably won't get time for it, Fairy Beauties. They're not quite full portraits, by Coco Wyo, but I still do want to do some of these kind of segmented, almost like comic layouts, aren't they? There's this one, there's, not her, that one, this one. I do like that one particularly, and I quite like this one as well, which is more of a full portrait, isn't it? But yeah, I've been printing these like I did last time. I've been printing these out onto better paper so I can enjoy it a little bit more. But Fairy Beauties by Coco Wyo. Then I think some of these were last month's in my colouring plans, but I didn't get to them. But I still like to get to something in these. So this one is Desert Fox Mysterious Travels book by Sigome Park UB. Sorry, I've probably slaughtered that. Terrible. I've picked a couple of pages in here. They were mainly the flowery ones. I'm not changing the pages, so I won't go through them again, because I'm sure it gets boring if you've seen them for 3 times. So I'm still keeping that in my pile and being hopeful. And my eerie book, which one is this one? I've stupidly not labelled it. Is it World Tours? I'm thinking it's World Tours, isn't it? Because she's got a case. This one, I would like to do this ballet dancer. I've taken all my other markers out because I think if I work in it, this is the one I'm doing. Because I want to play about with her dress. I like colouring dresses. So that one is also on my pile. Already, this is too many books. But I'm keeping going. I doubt I'll get to it. But this is another uncoloured book. Dream Store by I can never say this. I'm not even going to do it. You know who it is, don't you? That one. It's a lovely book. I've coloured in the other one. I think the other one is Dream House or something like that, isn't it? But I've not coloured this one. I think I've picked this page a few times though. Her in the little kind of seamstress shop, and then the page after is the other part of the shop. I quite like that as well. And then I think the other one is the kind of art shop that I've picked. So yeah, the outside of the art shop. I'm thinking I'd just do this side if I did it. I don't think I'd do the double, because let's be honest, I've already got a ridiculous pile. I looked through this book backwards, so I got to this bit and I was like, oh look, it's like my desk, you know, with the pencils laid out and some brushes. And then I looked over here and thought, oh, it's a shop. Yes, my room is like a shop with too much stuff, too much paint, too many pencils, too many brushes. I don't have a selection of drip pens, that's the only thing. But I thought I might like to do that one as well. But I'd like to make a start in this one because it's a beautiful book. It's a bit more kind of building-y than for me. I do like having some cute characters. But yeah, there's just something about the style in it I do really like. I am ummed and ahed about the clock page, but I've done quite a lot of pages recently that have required like quite a bit of metallic effects, and I think I just want a bit of a break from metallic tubes and clock faces and that kind of thing. So cakes page, there's a cakes page, where was that? Cake shop page, that's quite complicated though, isn't it? I think this might be nice, but I'm thinking I'd like to do this like a Christmassy page, because you have got a tree and you've got a kind of ginger bread house, haven't you? And they kind of have got little decorations, so I'm thinking winter for that. Anyway, just talking myself into more pages that I won't have time to do. I should stop. This was new to me last month. It is the Flower and Animal colouring book. Warm and Warm. I'm thinking spring and summer. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of sun, haven't we, from my other blind that I've not shut. So I've picked a few pages out of this one because it is quite cute. It's going to fight back though because I've not really opened this book much. I quite like these little bee pages. I think that is cute. Is the sun too much? Possibly it is. Hold on, I'll pause and close that one. Okay, I've lost my page because it shut itself as soon as I let go. Where was it up to? So B page we've had a look at. Then, yeah, I quite like this kind of, although it's pretty simple, I quite like this kind of flower and butterfly page. I thought that could be quite a quick, easy one, fun one. Then I've picked this with the bleeding hearts and these cute chicks, because that's really nice. I'm thinking this is a spring image though, rather than summer. And then finally, these cheeky bunnies eating the flowers. Are they carnations? I'm not sure. They kind of remind me of carnations, but either way, these cheeky ones are eating them. I thought that was quite cute. And again, they're not big pages, so theoretically, I could get some done in Flower and Animal colouring book. I think it's spring and summer, although on Google Lens, it translated as warm and warm, which seems a bit strange to me. So I'm going to say spring and summer. Then another easy one. I did get this one from Amazon Japan, which is the small little Forest Girls colouring book by Paul. I was again just thinking I'd do some of the spring and summer ones. So there's a couple that I quite like. This is quite cute with the little bunny ears on. I quite like this one with a little dog. It's got a little Molly. It's me and Molly. Thinking this is the most likely one, but there's this one with a guitar which I can't play. Or a cup of tea, but either of them four I think is highly likely. That feels a bit more kind of not this season, doesn't it? But yeah, these are only tiny little ones, so something out of this very cute little book. And then I've got two which, in fact, let's grab the pile. We'll do this one first. This one I've had for a few months now. Garden Enchantments by Angelica Scudamore. Yeah, it always reminds me of Emily Oberg style, the way that she draws, because it's very kind of, I suppose it's got a little bit of pattern to it in a similar style. They're quite big pages, but the paper does seem quite nice. So yeah, I was thinking I'd quite like to start a page in this. I suspect I may not get it finished, but I quite like this kind of fairy girl. There's a lot of things going on in the background though. I'm just thinking it's going to take me a long time, because you know I faff about with detail quite a bit. Quite like the butterflies. Again, love a bit of colour. Opportunity to really play about with a lot of colour appealed. And then I was also thinking I quite like these fish, and again maybe I could get away with a bit of watercolour, metallic watercolour on there. Again, it's not realistic, so I could play about with colour quite a bit, and thankfully it's also not a double. And then I've got a bird page picked, again for the same reason, could be quite nice and bright. And what was the last one? Another bird. So I'm thinking either the fairy, I do quite like the fish, and I haven't got anything like that this month. Butterflies, I've kind of done the Hannah Carlson one that I've got to finish, haven't I? So I'm thinking the fairies or the fish is probably the most likely if I get to Garden Enchantments. And then this one, this is sat in my shelf since nearly the start of my colouring journey. It happened to be on Amazon UK, which these books are generally not on Amazon UK, and I spotted it and thought, gosh, that looks beautiful. And it is a beautiful book. It is a beautiful book, although mine does seem to have gone quite yellow, and it did come with its coloured artist print version with it, and just look how stunning some of these images are. They are just absolutely, sorry, you're getting a bit of glare, aren't you? Try and move one of my lights out the way. Maybe that one. No, it's the overhead that's catching it, I think. Move that from underneath, see if it helps. No, it's a bit blurry because it is quite a glossy print, but it is such a beautiful artwork in this book. But it kind of has intimidated me quite a lot because, yeah, obviously it's really pretty. Colour palette also worries me a little bit because it is quite muted tones, isn't it? It's quite subtle. It's not too in your face. The images are powerful enough by themselves, and obviously that's not really how I colour. But yeah, I'd like to try and start in it. It's Fine Colour by Gageli. It's quite a famous book. I think there is actually a second one now. I do quite like this first little intro page, and I thought maybe that might be a soft in that it's not too big. Hopefully I could get away with that, but I have picked a few others. I don't know if I'll work in this book this month. I've kind of put it in the pile in hope that I might. I'm not doing this one. I hummed and hard about this one, but I thought there's a cat eating a fish with some blossom on his head, a cute girl, and some quite simple backgrounds. I thought maybe I could have a go at that. This is stunning, but look at how many leaves there are. I'm not doing that page. Not yet, anyway. This, yeah, this was picked in madness, I think. I kind of think, yeah, I can do all these petals. I can do. I enjoy doing petals. I don't know why, but I do enjoy doing petals. But I will not do them in the beautifully soft, subtle way that this artist has done them, is my thought. I won't be able to find the same page because I never can when I want the one I want. But yeah, they're quite soft, aren't they? The way that they're shaded in their artwork. They're not like a massive in-your-face feature. And I do like my petals to be quite strong. So the question is, do I do them how I want them, or do I try and do a style that feels appropriate for this book? In most of my books, I kind of do what I want now. And there is a big part of me that thinks you're just going to do what you want. So, I don't know. We'll see. I won't know until I actually start. And then this I thought was pretty again. Is this part of her dress? But it kind of feels like it's made of petals, and I do like doing things like that. But she does appear to be floating in the air randomly on her own, so I don't quite know what's going on in the page. Is this the same person? I don't know. But I've picked that as well. I will probably chicken out of doing anything out of this book like I have done for a very long time, because this side of the book just terrifies me. But look how beautiful it is. Oh, there's that page, isn't it, in fact, that I just turned to. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I suppose you could just watercolour them in, looking at how he's done them. He's not kind of working individual leaf by leaf, is he? So maybe I'm making it into more work than it needs to be. Look at that. That is beautiful. But yeah, this is the problem. Perhaps if it hadn't come with this as well, I might have gone, oh, I'll just colour in it. But because I've seen this, it kind of makes me a bit scared about it, because it's so stunningly beautiful. So, yeah, I'm just torturing myself now looking at it. Will I colour it? Probably not. But I've put it in the pile. It will keep winking at me at the shelf from behind my desk. And we'll see. We'll see if I touch it. So, yeah, completely unrealistic plans. I won't get any of them done. No, I will get some of them done. I will try and get most of those whips done, and definitely my buddies, obviously, because that's important. And I don't do many buddies normally, so as I have a little bit of time, get those done as well. But probably a good chunk of that won't get done, but it was fun looking, and they are pages I want to do. Yeah, which ones would you like me to do? We can pretend that I might get them done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye bye.